Every night, behind closed doors, countless men over 60 are unknowingly training their bodies to fail. They think they're simply releasing tension, but they're actually programming their minds and bodies for erectile dysfunction. This isn't about morality or shame, it's about biology. Your bedroom habits might be the hidden reason why your erections have become weaker, why intimacy feels distant, and why you've lost that spark that once made you feel truly alive. The truth is, many men are destroying their own virility without realizing it, one session at a time. Tonight, we're exposing the silent epidemic that's stealing masculine confidence from millions of men worldwide. These aren't random failures, they're predictable consequences of specific habits that can be identified, understood, and completely reversed with the right knowledge and commitment to change. I'm Dr. Megan Fischer, and for over 2 decades, I've dedicated my practice to helping men reclaim their confidence after 65. I've witnessed the silent struggles, the midnight fears, and the devastating impact that poor sexual health has on a man's sense of dignity. Today, we're addressing something most doctors won't discuss: how certain masturbation habits can rewire your brain, damage your circulation, and steal your manhood. This isn't a taboo topic, it's medical reality. Your sexual health directly impacts your overall vitality, confidence, and quality of life. I've helped thousands of men transform their intimate lives, and I've seen 70-year-old men regain the sexual confidence they thought was gone forever. Age doesn't determine your virility, your habits do. Everything I'm sharing today is backed by peer-reviewed research and real clinical experience with men just like you. The problem isn't masturbation itself, it's how you're doing it. When you rush through the process, grip too tightly, or rely on extreme stimulation, you're essentially training your nervous system to respond only to unrealistic conditions. Your brain starts expecting that specific pressure, that particular speed, that artificial intensity. Meanwhile, your blood vessels adapt to this mechanical routine, and your testosterone production begins to decline. Over time, your body forgets how to respond to gentle, natural touch. You're unknowingly conditioning yourself for erectile dysfunction. Think of it like learning to drive only on a racetrack. When you encounter normal city streets, you can't function properly. Your sexual response system becomes calibrated to artificial extremes that don't exist in real intimacy. This conditioning happens gradually, so most men never connect their private habits to their bedroom failures. Let me tell you about John, a 68-year-old widower who came to my office devastated. After losing his wife, he spent 3 years in isolation, developing rapid, mechanical habits that provided quick relief but damaged his sexual response. When he finally met Sarah, a wonderful woman who brought joy back into his life, his body simply wouldn't cooperate. "Dr. Fischer," he said with tears in his eyes, "I feel like I've lost my manhood." John's story isn't unique, it's become tragically common among men who've unknowingly trained their bodies to fail. He had conditioned his nervous system to respond only to his specific grip pressure and rhythm. Sarah's gentle touch felt like nothing to his desensitized system. John thought he was broken, but he was simply programmed incorrectly. The good news is that programming can be changed at any age. The science behind this is both fascinating and alarming. Harvard researchers have shown that repetitive high-pressure stimulation actually damages the delicate blood vessels in your penis. Your brain's reward system becomes desensitized, requiring more and more intense stimulation to achieve the same response. Meanwhile, your natural testosterone production drops because your body thinks it's getting adequate sexual satisfaction. It's like putting premium fuel in a broken engine. The machinery itself needs repair, not just better gas. Your circulation, your hormones, and your neural pathways are all being compromised. Studies from the University of California found that men who used excessive pressure during self-stimulation showed decreased penile sensitivity within just 6 weeks. The neuroplasticity research from Johns Hopkins demonstrates that these changes aren't permanent. Your brain can relearn healthy responses when given proper conditions and consistent practice. Think of your sexual response like a finely tuned instrument. When you use excessive pressure or speed, you're essentially beating a violin with a hammer. The instrument can't produce beautiful music anymore. It can only respond to violent force. Your penis contains thousands of nerve endings and delicate blood vessels that were designed for gentle, varied stimulation. When you condition them to respond only to extreme pressure, you're essentially numbing your own sensitivity. This is why many men find that normal intimacy no longer provides adequate stimulation. The nerve pathways become like well-worn roads. They only travel in one direction at one speed. Your body loses its ability to appreciate subtle sensations, gentle touches, and the natural variations that make real intimacy satisfying. But here's the hope. Those pathways can be rebuilt. Your sensitivity can be restored. Your body wants to heal and respond naturally again. Consider Michael, a 72-year-old retired engineer who developed what he called his efficiency system. He would complete the process in under 2 minutes, using a grip so tight it left marks. Michael prided himself on his mechanical approach, but when he reconnected with his high school sweetheart after his wife's passing, he couldn't achieve or maintain an erection during their intimate moments. His body had become so accustomed to extreme pressure that a woman's gentle touch felt like nothing. Michael had engineered his own sexual failure. His systematic approach to everything in life had backfired in the bedroom. He treated his sexuality like a plumbing problem, something to be solved quickly and efficiently. But sexuality isn't engineering, it's poetry. It requires patience, sensitivity, and appreciation for subtle variations. Michael's story shows how our strengths in other areas can become weaknesses when applied incorrectly to our intimate lives. The dopamine connection is crucial to understand. Your brain releases this pleasure chemical during sexual activity, but when you repeatedly pair it with rushed, mechanical stimulation, you're creating a very specific neural pathway. Your brain starts associating sexual pleasure only with that exact pattern of pressure, speed, and intensity. Real intimacy with its variations in pressure, rhythm, and emotional connection can't compete with this artificial standard. You've accidentally programmed your brain to find normal sex unsatisfying and insufficiently stimulating. It's like training your taste buds on pure sugar. Eventually, natural fruits taste bland and unsatisfying. Your dopamine receptors become desensitized to normal stimulation levels. Research from Stanford shows that this dopamine conditioning can happen within weeks of repetitive behavior. The brain literally rewires itself to expect specific stimulation patterns. But dopamine pathways are remarkably adaptable. They can be retrained with conscious effort and patience. Here's what happens to your circulation when you grip too tightly. The delicate endothelial cells that line your blood vessels become damaged. These cells produce nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for healthy erections. When you repeatedly constrict blood flow through excessive pressure, you're literally crushing these cells. Over time, your penis loses its ability to fill with blood properly. It's like stepping on a garden hose repeatedly. Eventually, the hose develops permanent kinks and can't deliver water effectively. Your manhood deserves better treatment. The endothelium is incredibly sensitive and responds poorly to mechanical trauma. Studies from the Mayo Clinic show that damaged endothelial function is the primary cause of erectile dysfunction in men over 60. But here's the encouraging news. Endothelial cells regenerate every few weeks when given proper conditions. Gentle treatment, improved circulation, and reduced mechanical stress can restore healthy blood flow patterns within months. Testosterone production is also severely impacted by these destructive patterns. Your brain monitors your sexual activity and adjusts hormone production accordingly. When you're having rapid, unsatisfying releases, your brain interprets this as adequate sexual function and reduces testosterone production. Lower testosterone means less energy, reduced muscle mass, decreased motivation, and further decline in sexual function. It's a downward spiral that many men enter unknowingly. You're essentially telling your body that you're sexually satisfied when you're actually starving your masculine vitality. Your hypothalamus, the control center for hormone production, receives feedback from your sexual experiences. Poor quality experiences signal that less testosterone is needed. Research from the New England Journal of Medicine shows that men with satisfying sexual experiences maintain higher testosterone levels well into their 80s. Quality matters more than quantity when it comes to hormonal health. The psychological damage is equally devastating. Every time you experience a rushed, mechanical release, you're reinforcing the belief that this is normal sexual function. When you eventually find yourself in an intimate situation with a partner, your conditioned response feels inadequate and disappointing. This creates performance anxiety, which further reduces blood flow and makes achieving natural erections even more difficult. You begin to doubt your manhood, your attractiveness, and your worth as a sexual being. The shame becomes overwhelming. Your self-image as a sexual man erodes with each disappointing encounter. The mind-body connection in sexuality is incredibly powerful. Anxiety directly impacts blood flow, hormone production, and nerve function. When you expect failure, your body often complies, but confidence can be rebuilt through successful experiences and proper retraining. Your mind can learn to associate sexuality with success and satisfaction again. Let me share Robert's transformation story. At 65, this former Marine had lost all sexual confidence after years of poor habits. His new relationship was suffering because he couldn't perform naturally. We worked together to retrain his body and mind. Robert learned to slow down, vary his touch, and reconnect with genuine pleasure rather than mechanical relief. Within 6 weeks, he reported stronger morning erections and successful intimacy with his partner. "I feel like a man again," he told me. "I didn't realize I had been sabotaging myself for years." Robert's military discipline, once applied correctly, became his greatest asset. He approached his sexual retraining with the same dedication he'd applied to physical fitness. His story proves that it's never too late to reclaim your masculine vitality. Age brings wisdom and patience that younger men often lack. These qualities can be tremendous advantages in sexual recovery when properly channeled. The retraining process begins with understanding that your body has incredible plasticity. It can relearn healthy responses at any age. First, you must completely eliminate the death grip. Your touch should be gentle enough that you could hold a soap bubble without popping it. This might feel frustratingly light at first, but you're reawakening dormant nerve endings and allowing blood vessels to heal. Think of it as physical therapy for your manhood. You're teaching your body to respond to normal, healthy stimulation again. The process requires patience and faith in your body's ability to heal. Many men want immediate results, but retraining takes time. Your nervous system needs weeks or months to establish new pathways. Start with sessions focused purely on gentle exploration, not climax. This teaches your brain that sexual pleasure comes from the journey, not just the destination. Quality of sensation matters more than intensity. Timing is equally crucial for your recovery. Instead of rushing toward climax, practice maintaining arousal for extended periods. This isn't about edging or tantric techniques, it's about retraining your nervous system to sustain excitement naturally. Start with 5-minute sessions focused purely on gentle exploration, not climax. Your brain needs to remember that sexual pleasure is a journey, not a sprint. This extended arousal helps restore natural testosterone production and improves circulation throughout your entire pelvic region. Think of it like rebuilding your sexual stamina from the ground up. Athletes don't start with marathons, they build endurance gradually. Your sexual system needs the same progressive approach. Extended arousal without pressure teaches your body to relax into pleasure rather than racing toward release. This relaxed state is essential for healthy erectile function and overall sexual satisfaction. Breathing plays a massive role in sexual function that most men completely ignore. Shallow, rapid breathing during arousal actually restricts blood flow and increases anxiety. Practice deep, slow breathing that engages your diaphragm. This simple change increases nitric oxide production, reduces stress hormones, and improves circulation to your genitals. Your breath is literally the fuel that powers your sexual engine. When you breathe properly, you're optimizing every aspect of your sexual response system. Most men hold their breaths during arousal, which triggers the body's stress response. Conscious breathing keeps you in a relaxed, receptive state where natural responses can occur. Breathe in for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This pattern activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the state required for healthy sexual function. Practice this breathing pattern daily, not just during intimate moments. It will become your foundation for sexual confidence and natural performance. Eliminate artificial stimulation completely during your retraining period. This means no pornography, no fantasies about unrealistic scenarios, and no visual aids that provide excessive dopamine hits. Your brain needs to rediscover the subtle pleasures of imagination, memory, and natural arousal. This digital detox might feel challenging initially, but it's essential for rewiring your reward system. You're breaking an addiction to artificial intensity and reconnecting with authentic masculine sexuality. Pornography creates impossible standards and unrealistic expectations that sabotage real intimacy. Your brain becomes conditioned to require extreme visual stimulation to achieve arousal. Real women with real bodies in real bedrooms can't compete with this artificial intensity. But when you eliminate these artificial inputs, your brain rediscovers the profound pleasure available in reality. Natural fantasies, memories of real experiences, and appreciation for genuine human connection return. This process typically takes 30 to 90 days, depending on your previous exposure levels. Progressive muscle relaxation should become part of your routine. Tension in your pelvic floor, abdomen, and thighs actually restricts blood flow to your penis. Practice deliberately relaxing these muscle groups during arousal. Start by tensing them for 5 seconds, then releasing completely. This teaches your body to associate sexual activity with relaxation rather than tension. Many men hold chronic stress in their pelvic region, which directly contributes to erectile dysfunction. Your pelvic floor muscles support healthy erections when they're flexible and responsive, not tight and rigid. Stress causes these muscles to contract chronically, reducing blood flow and nerve function. Learning to consciously relax these areas improves circulation and sensitivity. Practice this exercise daily. Tense your pelvic muscles as if stopping urination. Hold for 5 seconds, then release completely. Feel the wave of relaxation that follows. This is the state your body needs for optimal sexual function. The temperature factor is often overlooked but critically important for masculine vitality. Excessive heat damages sperm production and reduces testosterone synthesis. If you've been using hot baths, saunas, or heated car seats regularly, you might be cooking your masculine vitality. Cool showers, particularly cold finishes, actually stimulate testosterone production and improve circulation. Cold exposure forces your cardiovascular system to work harder, strengthening the very mechanisms responsible for strong erections. Your testicles hang outside your body for good reason. They need to be cooler than your core temperature to function optimally. Chronic heat exposure disrupts this delicate balance. Try ending every shower with 30 seconds of cold water. This brief, cold exposure boosts testosterone, improves circulation, and strengthens your stress response system. Many men report increased energy and morning erections within weeks of implementing this simple practice. Your body was designed to handle temperature variations. Use this to your advantage. Nutrition plays a supporting role in your sexual recovery. Foods rich in nitrates like leafy greens, beets, and pomegranates naturally boost nitric oxide production. Zinc from oysters, pumpkin seeds, and beef supports testosterone synthesis. Dark chocolate contains compounds that improve circulation and mood. Think of these foods as natural Viagra that work by supporting your body's own systems rather than artificially forcing responses. Processed foods, excessive sugar, and alcohol all disrupt hormone production and blood flow. Your diet directly affects your sexual function. Studies show that men following Mediterranean diets have better erectile function than those eating processed Western diets. The antioxidants in colorful fruits and vegetables protect your blood vessels from damage. Healthy fats from nuts, olive oil, and fish support hormone production. Even moderate dietary changes can produce noticeable improvements in sexual function within weeks. You're literally eating your way to better erections. Sleep quality directly impacts your sexual function more than most men realize. Your body produces testosterone primarily during deep sleep, particularly between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. Poor sleep patterns, late-night screen time, and irregular schedules all disrupt this natural hormone production. Make sleep hygiene a priority. Dark room, cool temperature, no screens for an hour before bed. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary for both rest and restored virility. Men who sleep less than 6 hours nightly have testosterone levels 15% lower than those getting 8 hours. Sleep debt accumulates quickly and impacts every aspect of masculine vitality. Blue light from screens disrupts melatonin production, which affects sleep quality and hormone synthesis. Create an evening ritual that promotes deep sleep. Dim lights after sunset, cool bedroom temperature, comfortable mattress, and consistent bedtime. Many men notice stronger morning erections within days of improving their sleep habits. Quality sleep is free medicine for your sexual health. Exercise doesn't just improve your overall health. Specific movements can directly enhance sexual function. Squats, deadlifts, and other compound movements naturally boost testosterone production. Cardiovascular exercise improves the circulation that powers your erections. Even simple walking for 30 minutes daily can significantly improve sexual performance in men over 60. Your body was designed to move, and movement is medicine for your masculine vitality. Resistance training is particularly powerful for men over 60. It maintains muscle mass, strengthens bones, and stimulates hormone production. Kegel exercises specifically target the muscles involved in erections and orgasm. Contract your pelvic floor muscles as if stopping urination, hold for 3 seconds, release, repeat 15 times, 3 times daily. These exercises strengthen the very muscles that create and maintain erections. Many men see improvements in erectile strength within 4 weeks of consistent exercise. Your sexual health is inseparable from your overall physical condition. Strong body, strong erections. Consider supplements that support your natural systems rather than replace them. L-arginine helps produce nitric oxide for better circulation. Vitamin D3 supports testosterone production. Most men over 60 are severely deficient. Omega-3 fatty acids improve blood flow and reduce inflammation. However, supplements work best when combined with lifestyle changes, not as magic pills that excuse poor habits. Your body responds best to comprehensive care, not quick fixes. Magnesium supports muscle relaxation and stress reduction. Zinc is essential for testosterone production and immune function. Vitamin K2 helps direct calcium to bones rather than arteries, improving circulation. But remember, supplements supplement a healthy lifestyle, they don't replace it. Work with a knowledgeable healthcare provider to identify your specific deficiencies. Blood tests can reveal which nutrients you actually need, rather than guessing. Quality matters more than quantity with supplements. Choose reputable brands with third-party testing to ensure purity and potency. Stress management is absolutely crucial for sexual recovery. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, which directly suppresses testosterone production. Whether through meditation, prayer, hobbies, or social connection, find healthy ways to process life's pressures. Many men have never learned proper stress management techniques, relying instead on sexual release as their only coping mechanism. Developing multiple stress outlets improves both your mental health and sexual function. Cortisol and testosterone have an inverse relationship. When one goes up, the other goes down. Modern life creates chronic stress that keeps cortisol elevated constantly. This stress hormone not only suppresses testosterone but also restricts blood flow and increases inflammation. Find stress management techniques that work for your personality and lifestyle. Deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, nature walks, or engaging hobbies all help reduce cortisol levels. Even 10 minutes of daily stress reduction can produce measurable improvements in hormone levels and sexual function. Regular medical checkups become even more important after 60. Conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart disease all contribute to erectile dysfunction. Many medications also impact sexual function. Work with your doctor to find alternatives if possible. Your prostate health, hormone levels, and cardiovascular condition all directly affect your sexual performance. Don't let pride prevent you from seeking professional support when needed. Erectile dysfunction is often the first sign of cardiovascular disease. Your penis is like a canary in a coal mine for your overall health. Blood flow problems show up there first because the blood vessels are smaller. Regular monitoring of blood pressure, cholesterol, blood sugar, and hormone levels can catch problems early. Many men avoid these conversations with their doctors out of embarrassment, but your physician has heard it all before. Be honest about your symptoms, medications, and concerns. Sometimes simple medication adjustments can restore sexual function. Your doctor is your ally in maintaining lifelong vitality. The emotional component cannot be ignored in your journey to sexual recovery. Many men carry shame, guilt, or trauma around sexuality that worsens with age, whether from religious conditioning, past relationships, or cultural messages about aging. These psychological barriers can be more powerful than physical limitations. Consider counseling or therapy to address these deeper issues. Your mind and body work together. Healing one without addressing the other provides incomplete recovery. Shame is the enemy of healthy sexuality. When you feel ashamed of your desires, your body responds with tension and anxiety rather than pleasure and excitement. Many men learned negative messages about sexuality in childhood that continue affecting them decades later. Professional counseling can help identify and heal these unconscious blocks. You deserve to feel good about your sexuality and to enjoy pleasure without guilt or shame. Emotional healing often produces dramatic improvements in physical function. Your sexuality is a gift to be celebrated, not a burden to be endured. Recovery isn't linear. Expect ups and downs as your body relearns healthy responses. Some days will feel like major progress, others like setbacks. This is completely normal and doesn't indicate failure. Your nervous system is literally rewiring itself, which takes time and patience. Celebrate small victories, stronger morning erections, increased sensitivity, or simply feeling more connected to your body. These signs indicate that your masculine vitality is returning. Neuroplasticity research shows that the brain continues changing throughout life, but the process isn't smooth or predictable. Think of recovery like physical rehabilitation after an injury. Progress comes in waves, not straight lines. Keep a journal to track improvements that might otherwise go unnoticed. Note morning erections, energy levels, mood, and confidence. Many men see patterns that encourage them to continue when progress feels slow. Trust the process and stay committed to your new habits. Your body wants to heal and function properly. Give it time and consistent support. Here's the profound truth that many men over 60 never realize: your sexuality isn't finished. Society may suggest that sexual vigor belongs only to younger men, but biology tells a different story. Men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond can experience satisfying, confidence-building sexual relationships when they understand and work with their bodies properly. Your age brings wisdom, patience, and emotional depth that can actually enhance intimacy. Don't accept defeat, embrace transformation. Many of the world's greatest lovers have been older men who understood that sexuality is about connection, not just performance. Your experience, emotional intelligence, and freedom from proving yourself can make you a better lover than you ever were in your youth. Gray hair doesn't mean decreased virility, it means refined wisdom applied to pleasure. You have advantages that younger men lack: patience, confidence, and the knowledge that true intimacy transcends physical performance. Use these gifts to create deeper, more satisfying connections than you ever thought possible. Your spark isn't gone, it's simply dormant, waiting for the right conditions to reignite. Every man deserves to feel confident, vital, and sexually alive regardless of age. The habits that have diminished your virility can be replaced with practices that restore it. You have the power to reclaim your masculine dignity, to feel attractive and capable, and to enjoy the profound satisfaction that comes from healthy sexual function. Your body is designed to heal, adapt, and thrive even after 60. If this message resonates with your experience, you're not alone in this journey. Thousands of men are discovering that age doesn't have to mean the end of virility. It can mean the beginning of a more conscious, satisfying relationship with your sexuality. Share this video with other men who might be struggling silently. Subscribe to join our community of men committed to aging with strength, confidence, and dignity. Your comments and experiences help other men realize they're not broken, they're simply ready for transformation together.